ever since 42 minor league baseball teams lost their affiliation in 2021, leaving communities without millions in support of their local boys and girls clubs, public schools, and countless other community resources, we've been studying the community and economic impact of sports teams in our local communities and sharing the results with not only the public, but community and government officials, showing them why we need sports and sports needs us. This is Clubhouse Correspondence. Alright, and welcome back here. This, as you all probably know, is one of my favorite parts of all the shows we do every single week. We have a guest on here, so it's not just me this time. From the Albuquerque Isotopes, we have, is it going? Let's see. We have Mr. Forrest Stolting, if I'm saying that last name right, even though I just asked you how I say it 3 times. I hope I'm saying it the right way.
No, that's correct, man. It's definitely a hard last name to say, but you nailed it, man. So and thanks for having me as well. Really appreciate the time.
Anytime. And so with that, everyone listening already knows, and because of all of our emails, I'm sure you already know, we fire off 3 questions here because we want to know more about the Albuquerque Isotopes and what goes on outside of what we see on the field, such as community relations and all that stuff, trying to hit up every single minor league baseball team because I just think this is something way more important to the community than anyone gives it time to think about, you know?
Totally agree with that.
With that being said, the first thing is first, as everyone loves. Last week, we asked you guys to submit a question on our website. You had a whole little drop down to pick from there. So I don't know what this is going to be, but the people have what I can only hope is a very important question for you.
Let's see what they got. I'm excited.
All right, and we went more of the crazy route here. How quickly can you spell Albuquerque?
Pretty quick. Albuquerque.
That's perfect. I was, and no one over on our side would have been able to do that because I had to Google, to find your email, Albuquerque Isotopes. 5 minutes of that was me trying to spell Albuquerque. So
It's
that's
not an
good.
easy city to spell. So it took me when I first got here a few years ago. It took me about a good month to lock that in solidly.
And I feel like that, even regardless of what your team name was, I feel like that is just like it's a perfect city. Everyone has weird, crazy names in this day and age. Just starting
Yep.
off with the city being Albuquerque, it's like, all right, I'm already interested. All right.
Yep. It pulls you in quick.
So right off the bat, then, why come to an Albuquerque Isotopes game?
Well, we got many reasons. One, I mean, this is the best family fun entertainment destination in the state of New Mexico. The ballpark is absolutely beautiful. It's got a 360 walk around concourse. Our food is some of the best in all of minor league baseball. Executive chef Jim Griego comes up with about 5 or 6 new food items every single year. Some of the staples include pig candy, which is burnt ends with maple syrup, some red chili pepper flakes. It's incredible. We have the Hog Father, which is a waffle with pig candy on top of it, with another small waffle and chocolate whipped cream on top. We have a turducken sandwich called the Farm Team, and a whole host of other delicious food items. We have a food item, specialty food item of the homestand each week as well. So that changes on a homestand basis. We have a kids fun zone out in right center field with bounce houses, a carousel, a playground. We have let kids run the bases after each game every single night. And of course, on the field, the baseball is phenomenal. Elevation, we're a mile high. We're about, about 100 feet higher than Denver. Even so, the games here can be wacky. So, we have a lot of games that are in the double digits. There's a lot of offense, a lot of action throughout the entire game. And luckily, the Isotopes are having a fantastic year so far. We're just one game out of first place. So the Isotopes are rolling both on and off the field.
That always helps. Being
Oh, yeah.
how many games out of first place?
Just one.
Oh, one. All right.
Yeah.
Second off, here we have. Can you tell us more about your community involvement or the impact you have in the community? Not really a question, but one of a very important statement, I believe.
Yeah, so our beloved mascot, Orbit, who's the back-to-back reigning USA Today mascot of the year, named by them. He goes out into the community about 250 times a year to schools, hospitals, food banks, a number of different avenues. He goes to kids' birthday parties all the time. We have a number of we have player driven community appearances as well every homestand where they also go out to food banks, schools. They learn. We've got to call them player experiences, right? Because they're trying to learn what Albuquerque is about as well, not just represent the Isotopes in the community, but we want to have it as it be a two-way street, right? And so these experiences for them are opportunities for them to promote the game of baseball, the Isotopes, and for them to learn something new about the Albuquerque community. We have a number of other programs as well. We have Club Read, which is sponsored by Dion's, one of the local pizza chains here in New Mexico. And we have different, tiers where if kids read a certain number of books, they get prizes throughout the year. We have Orbit Kids Crew as well, that gets involvement from a whole bunch of schools from across the state. We've also been doing this initiative where we have an excess of wiffle balls and wiffle ball bats that we've been going to schools and donating to PE classes throughout the state, as well, to help kids learn the game of baseball as well. So essentially our community relations manager, he's doing something every single day out in the community, giving back in any way we can. We host blood drives, so that essentially you name it, we do it here in Albuquerque. It's one of the best places I've seen, and from a sports franchise that gets involved at the community at such a not only a high level, but at the very, very roots of it as well. So it's great to be a part of it.
And to get back into the stadium real quick here for our last one, do you have a favorite promotion, or is there another upcoming favorite, or whether it's wacky, fun? That's a lot of what we cover here. So wanted to
Yeah,
get
I'd have to say, so we have our Copa de la Diversión initiative. Our team is the Mariachis, which is very, very popular here in Albuquerque. We were one of the first few teams asked to do this by Major League Baseball back in 2018. And it has just grown every year since. And so, as one of our Mariachis nights, we have a lowrider night, which, as you may know or might not know, lowrider culture here in New Mexico is huge. So every Sunday, driving down Central, you'll see hundreds of lowrider cars with the detailed pinstriping designs on them, ride up and down to show off their cool cars and cool designs. Um, and on our lowrider night, we have a car show on the field and out in front of the stadium where we have about 75 to 100 lowrider cars along the warning track of the field. And of course, we're displaying those out front, the gates as well. And the really cool thing about that night, we've had lowrider bobblehead giveaways attached to that as well for the last 4 years now. I actually have a couple right here. I can show off. There's one. I got another one right here. So very, very cool design. You can see that pinstriping design right there with the Mariachis logo. Um, but for this year's lowrider night, we're instead of a car, we're doing a lowrider bike with a mariachi guy on riding that bike. So last year we did a specialty jersey for lowrider night where the players wore on the field. Then we sold some exclusively in the pro shop, and then had a jersey auction from those game worn jerseys that benefited the Duke City Lowrider Bike Club, which essentially benefits a program that the city does here in Albuquerque to help kids get involved in the pinstriping design in artistic ways. So it's a great, great program. And so because of that, we decided to do a lowrider bike this year instead of the car. So we're really looking forward to seeing that. If you haven't seen it, check out our social media. It's on there. Go to our website, abqisotopes.com. And we have people line up. So this will be a 6:35 first pitch game. We'll have people start lining up outside the gates at about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, and wait all day to get in line and be one of the first, and to guarantee their spot to get one of these coveted lowrider bobbleheads as well. So it's always one of our biggest nights, if not our biggest night of the year. We usually pack the place out of about 14, 15,000. And so just to see the whole community involved with this because it represents them so well. And that's one other big thing about the Isotopes is that we want to authentically represent our community, and so we're every single year we're asking different community programs, different folks in the community to make sure that what we're doing represents them in an authentic way. And it's just so great to see the whole state of New Mexico kind of get behind this year in and year out.
And that's a perfect tie-in there. You're tying in the community with the promotions also. So that was a
Exactly.
double.
Yep, that's what we do here, man. We're always doing extra.
And I like that you made it easy for us. So that's
Yep.
abqisotopes.com, right? So I don't have to
Yep.
learn to spell it actually. That's
Oh
even
no.
better than
As long as you can spell ABQ isotopes, you're locked in and loaded, ready to go.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being on the show. Not
Of
everyone has
course,
the time
man.
to do so, so that's awesome. And I think
Yeah,
that's all I got for you.
awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Anytime.